Hello, everybody. I would like to give you some strategies to help working out the reading passage, especially to get to identify the correct answer choice and the wrong answer choice. Answer choices are having attributes or features or qualification. If you could eliminate one or two answer choices, you're pretty close to pick up the correct one. Correct answer choices attributes are: number one, a correct answer choice should contain synonym words. A synonym word is a different word that gives the same meaning or same idea. Correct answer choice tends to be a bit general and not specific, not broad, but a bit general, and not extreme or specific. Correct answer choice is qualified by no more, no less. No more, it doesn't add any extra information than what's read in the referenced lines. No less, it doesn't leave any information uncovered. So the correct choice should be having exactly all the meanings, ideas, statements, claims in the lines you'll be reading in. Correct answer choice does not add any extra information and that does not leave any information uncovered. Correct answer choice should be free of extreme words unless they are needed. Usually, extreme words are wrong unless if the claim is extreme, it requires an extreme word. Anyway, let's start up by considering one of the attributes of the correct answer choice, that it should be synonymous. It should be having synonymous words. Let's see that example in front of us. I have a question from one of the real set tests. It says, which choice best summarizes what is learned about Henry and Mr. Melson in the first paragraph of the passage? So to get to answer, we have to read in the first paragraph. Choice A, Henry is desperate to move to the area. He doesn't want to move to the area. Therefore, Mr. Melson tells him about choice properties that are available for Henry to rent. Choice B, they have little in common. Therefore, they talk about houses in the area that may be of interest to Henry. Choice C, Mr. Melson is not fond of new arrivals. Therefore, he engages sincerely in discussions with Henry. Choice D, they are both new to Ray. Ray is the name of a city. Therefore, they agree to collaborate in order to help each other find places to live. We cannot tell which one is correct until we read in the first paragraph. Let's go there. On one of his strolls, walkings, wanderings in Ray, Henry stopped at the door of Mr. Melson, who, after the first meeting, greeted him instantly as Mr. James. So he's been calling him Mr. James, and knew him as the American writer. Having his walk in Ray, he was slowly growing to admire and love. So here we get a claim. He started to like the city of Ray. Upon his second or third conversation with Mr. Melson, during his time as a resident of Point Hill, he observed that he longed for. To long for is to admire, to desire. He has a desire of a permanent spot in the area. He needs to find a house and live there permanently in the city of Ray, in the countryside, or indeed in the town itself. Since Mr. Melson enjoyed talking and he likes to talk, and since he was not interested in literary matters, and since he had not been to America and knew no other Americans, and since Henry's knowledge of ironmongery, ironmongery means steel business, iron business or trade, was rudimentary, was that not that good, the two men discussed houses, ones which had been for rent in the past, others which had been put on the market or sold or withdrawn, and others much coveted which had never been bought or sold. Anyway, we could come up from reading the first paragraph of two claims. First one is that Henry, or that guy, the American guy, he started to admire the city of Ray and he wanted to buy a house to live in there. Second, the two guys like to talk to each other, but they don't have a theme in common. The stuff they're both interested in are different. They don't have anything in common to talk about, so they started talking about houses. As the American guy wanted to buy a house in Ray. Those are the two main claims we could pick up from reading the introduction of first paragraph of the passage. Going through the choices, choice B, they have little in common, is synonymous to Henry's knowledge to ironmongery is rudimentary. They have little in common. They don't have that much or many themes to be talking about. They have little in common is synonymous to Henry's knowledge to ironmongery is not that much. And talk about houses in the area that may be of interest to Henry is synonymous to he longed for a permanent spot in the area. So he's been admiring, he desires, he likes to buy a house in the area, is equivalent to, is paralleling to, is synonymous to, he longed for a permanent spot in the area. That's why choice B is a correct choice. They have little in common. Therefore, they talk about houses in the area that may be of interest to Henry, as Henry is longing to, is having a desire to live in the city of Ray. Again, going through the rest of the questions, of the choices, you're going to figure out that they're having lots of mistakes. In choice A, Henry is desperate, which is not supported, to move to the area. Therefore, desperate is an extreme word. Mr. Melson tells him about the choice properties that are available for Henry to rent. He did not tell him about any choices yet. Going to see, Mr. Melson is not fond of new arrivals, which is having no support in the first paragraph. Therefore, he engages sincerely in discussions with Henry. Insincerely is a negative tone, not supported in the passage. Choice D, they are both new to Ray, therefore they agree to collaborate. First, the other guy is native. He's been living in Ray and working in Ray. So the first part of the sentence is not supported. Second part, they agree to collaborate in order to help each other find a place to live, which is not supported, and collaboration is not supported. So we end up choosing choice B. they have little in common. Therefore, they talk about houses in the area that may be of interest to Henry. Again, they have little in common is synonymous to Henry's knowledge, to ironmongery is rudimentary. And talk about houses in the area that may be of interest to Henry is synonymous to he longed for a permanent spot in the area. That's it. Thank you guys. Until we meet again.